Steve here, concierge health advisor. Whoa! Medical myths series continued. You've clicked on it. Genes, toxins, BS. I actually, at the moment of recording this, I don't know what the title exactly will be. You've clicked on it. You know what the title is before me, but I'm recording before you, and so yeah, who knows what the title will be? Well, according to me, and who knows what I'm going to discuss according to you? I say it often, but I'm going to be covering it now again. It'll probably be again and again in future as well. Genes are not, never were, and never will be. Yeah, a transmission, a contributor to disease, illness, and the whole health complex. Apart from being run over by a bus, being stabbed or shot or hit by lightning. If it's the latter, yeah, get me into the emergency room, that's fine, I get it. Preserving life, allopathic, the mainstream medical complex, yes, they do know how to preserve life, and that's their main shtick. That's their main attribute, their talent, the whole emergency medicine complex. I get it, even I get it. Someone that poo-poos the mainstream healthcare complex, yes, I get it. Emergency medicine, get me in the emergency room, and yeah, I'll have to try and pay for the bill. And in this day and age, it's free, the socialised healthcare. Yeah, we get it, right? So I won't go down that rabbit hole. So I do acknowledge that allopathic medicine, the mainstream healthcare complex, has its advantages, its talent sets, knowledge base, because the whole authority of nature. We did this, therefore the patient is still living when they were losing a litre of blood every 10 minutes. We saved them because of IV, because of adrenaline, steroids, antibiotics. That's where pretty much medicine really understands what's going on. Yes, we get it. Preserving life in an emergency, beautiful, but they're not getting. They don't understand chronic health. Not even obesity. Oh yeah, but it's about calories in, calories out. We eat the wrong foods, we have the wrong food choices, and we don't exercise enough. But African tribesmen, or someone living in southern India, an Arab or an Asian, they've got less obesity issues. They're catching up because this is an extended issue with the whole electricity complex, which started around late 19th century, rather, and which is a contributing factor in obesity. And I've got a whole different series on obesity, and many a regular listener will know my shtick on that. But I was just fixated on saying that even the mainstream healthcare complex doesn't understand obesity, and that's an easy fix. And just quickly, it's a nutrient deficiency and absorption of those micronutrients issue. Anyway, genes never will or has been a contributor to our health ailments, our health issues, our diseases, our illnesses. Okay? Mr. Watson and Mr. Crick, was it 1953? They said, this is what a gene looks like, and then we had this whole fixation for the next half century, and then right on the button, actually, right on the half century mark, we mapped the human genome, and then we jumped on the fixation of gene therapy will be next disruptor in health or revolution in health. Gene therapy will make us live even longer. Let me tell you, gene therapy will never ever help. There might be a gene therapy that will be developed that they claim helps, but in a few short decades or a few short years, it'll be discovered that it's a farce. They didn't understand the side effects. It didn't actually help. The problem is getting worse. Much like the problem of calories in, calories out equals we're getting fatter, because the concept is wrong. Gene therapy is wrong too. The idea of gene therapy. And blaming our genetics and our lifestyle choices are the contributor of our chronic illness complex. No. A doctor will just, they are happy to subscribe to genes and our lifestyle issues, lifestyle choices, because they can just go, $200, thanks. We don't, especially in Australia, we don't hand over the $200 around about. Some places, there's your $70. The rest is paid by Medicare, the whole Medicaid, US equivalent, or, depending on your country, Social Security, right? And the average visit for that $200 is about 6 minutes in Australia. Boy, that's a pretty good efficacy of service versus benefit. Yes, tag on 2 minutes now. Get out of my office. Here's your script, and come on, new patient, come into my office. That's 2 minutes each way. Yeah, let's do the whole 10-minute thing. Okay, so 6 times that. That's a pretty good wicket. And if you get 65%, 70% of total billings, so 70% of $200, $140 for each 10 minutes. That GP is doing all right. Anyway, it's very convenient for the GP to just go, it's all on you. It runs in the family. Stop eating those chips, those cakes. Now, piss off. It's very convenient. They don't want to do that. I get it. They're not evil people. They're not. I don't blame them. People that are earning less than half of their salary are pushing them with the cattle prod. Quick, get these people through the door. You're taking too long with your patients. That practice manager that's on less than half the money of what each GP is on, he's pushing him along. It's pretty evil stuff, but I don't blame the GP to just go, I really should be spending a bit more time with this patient, get more history, get more, to help this patient out a bit more. But no, they're pressuring it to just, here's a script, now piss off. Some of them will be welcome or gladly saying, now shoot through. But I don't blame them. I don't think they're evil. Okay, I don't think mainstream MDs, doctors, GPs, they're not evil. Okay, just like any population, there will be some evil ones in there. The selfish intentions. I get it, but I don't blame them with their incentives. The incentives of, come on, here's your script. That's pretty much all I can do for now. Now, get out. All right. I don't blame them for the final time, right? So that's why it's convenient to just say, you're 60. Your family has blood pressure issues. Your family is fat. You got heart problems. It's runs in the family, and that's why we think health genetic. It's convenient. Okay? It relinquishes the responsibility of the mainstream health professional to relinquish their responsibility, their fiduciary responsibility. That's more financial, right? But their treatment responsibility for that patient. And many will, that's what the research says, that's what science says, it's all genetic. No, the only thing, let me tell you, 10 minutes. I don't want to go too long. The only thing which is genetic, you need to listen to this. The only thing that is genetic is our ability to be absorbing the particular micronutrients that actually go into manifesting into those chronic health issues, which also includes the whole obesity, weight management complex. Okay. Also with mental health. Yeah. Well, you can't be saying that. Well, I can, because I'm not married to a governing body of a professional organisation, medical organisation any longer, so I can say what I want. Oh, you can't say it. It's not abiding by the policies, the community guidelines of a particular platform. Yeah, well, I get that too. It's very convenient for the mainstream to poo-poo the people that speak my poo-poo, because it's they're protecting their own little poo patch. Not, the GPs on the front line perhaps, but the people that are half their money are pushing all this. It's weird. So just to push on that point again, the only thing that is genetic is our ability to get those micronutrients on board to prevent obesity, which is mainly the markers of obesity, chromium, vanadium, zinc deficiency, which is a indicator of other deficiencies, but that is the high correlation deficiency part in obesity, just referencing obesity, out of self-interest too, because I was obese 18 months ago, and pretty much half my body weight, so it's my own sort of self-interest in referencing that. But other chronic issues with the whole metabolic complex, which actually is obesity too, but blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, all those are not genetic. It's not our food choices. Okay, just eating saturated fat and cholesterol-rich food doesn't give those scary cholesterol numbers. I can't be referencing this. Cholesterol gives you cholesterol, right? Well, no. Oils and sugars gives us those scary cholesterol numbers. Anyway, also another indication of micronutrient absorption runs in the family, not the genes in itself. Oh, my father started going bald at age 25 and he was grey by age 30 type thought, right? Therefore, I'm 35. No wonder I'm going grey and going bald. Or with the ladies, middle-aged spread, and it runs in the family. My mother had it. No. The only thing that is running in that family is the diet. The diet is similar, some more similar than others. But even if it's not a similar diet, like the parents are now 60, the kids are now 35. The thing that is genetic is the ability to absorb those micronutrients that go into those health ailments, and the whole graying and wrinkly. If you're going grey and wrinkly and got some varicose veins and hemorrhoids, or otherwise known as varicose veins in a funny place, that's what hemorrhoids are. It's your family's ability to absorb copper. And your ability to absorb particular micronutrients. There's those few examples with the chromium, vanadium, copper. If your family has got ticker problems, a dicky ticker, vitamin E, selenium issue. There's a lot more to it, but they're the main markers. So that's a few indications of micronutrient deficiencies. And added to that is, which exacerbates micronutrient deficiency, is your gluten sensitivity. No, not gluten intolerance. Gluten sensitivity, which is a drip over the years, over the decades, and that's why we grow faster, older, faster, and then we die at age 75 as an average versus 100, 105 or 125 should be our average. Yes. Let me tell you, by the year 2030 or 2050, all this, or by the year, by the year 1984, in the year 1900, right? All that sort of stuff. By the year 2050, our life expectancy will not be north of what it is now. That's my prediction. That's my knowledge. That's my insight. I'll make a bet with anyone here. Anyway, our life expectancy will not be greater than what it is now, whatever they try and say the life expectancy of an average adult is now, average human, which is apparently 75.5. Who knows what sources you're going to see versus what I've seen in my sources. There's a whole other stat out there. The healthful life expectancy is only in your early 60s. Meaning, what does that mean? I still don't know what it means, because there's a few different criteria out there. If you're start going on a few sets of meds and you're a bit decrepit and you're seeing a couple of specialists, that, according to one particular criteria, is you have entered decrepitness, chronically unwell life expectancy, early 60s. That's the average for a human, apparently. So I might be a bit off according to the criteria, depending on what you see, but usually, so that pretty much indicates for 1.5 decades we're living decrepitly before we die. So if you're concerned about quality, our quality is in our early 60s. I was looking statistically at dying in my early to mid 60s, according to my obesity and my sporting history and all that sort of thing. But the insurance companies know what's happening. They only know that people, gym goers and elite athletes die in the early to mid 60s. They only know the result. They don't know why. I'm telling you why. Nutrient deficiencies and the absorption of. Even though you might be getting enough calcium in the numbers. I take a calcium tablet, I'll be right. Then your teeth are still falling out. No, you're not absorbing it. You're not absorbing the calcium. Oh, but I'm vegan. I don't need to take some calcium tablets. Well, if you're a fat vegan, overweight vegan, vegan with weight management issues, well, you're not absorbing your calcium. You're not absorbing the iron that you're supplementing with, that you're apparently missing out on being on a vegan diet. Just another little impression to build that awareness of micronutrient deficiencies. And the whole medical myths series continued, part that I'm trying to communicate here. The whole genetics is bull. Genetics, the transmission of disease is not. Genetics does not transmit the disease. Okay? How many times am I going to say it? As often as it comes into my brain. So, that's the only thing that's going on in your family. Your ability to absorb particular micronutrients. That's all it is. My cousin has MS. My mother has MS. Therefore, I'm at risk of getting MS, or the whole dementia and Alzheimer's complex. Micronutrient deficiencies, in particular with the Alzheimer's, it's cholesterol deficiency. What? Yes. So, as part of my clumsy branding of the whole 44, the twisted dairy and egg part, keep your saturated fat intake up, so you're continually getting cholesterol in, because that whole myelin, the 75% of our brain, which is made up of myelin, 90% of that is made up of cholesterol. So if the bricks and mortar isn't in there, because cholesterol will give me a heart attack. Atherosclerosis. Did I butcher that? Atherosclerosis. The hardening of the arteries. Oils does that. It's not salt. We need salt to make our stomach acids acidic, to be digesting the food properly. We need our pH in our gastric juices to be around 2.0 pH, battery acid, to be digesting if you're going to eat naturally, because in this day and age I advocate supplementing what I do and what's got me out of my whole half a dozen chronic health issues. So anyway, I've gone too long for most people's concentration span. 21 minutes. I've probably lost people anyway, but I don't care, as long as I can think to myself, I'm trying to help us all. I'm trying to save us all. I'm trying to help our fellow beings. So yeah. Anyway, just a few insights to consider. If any of this resonates with anyone, I don't imagine it will. But even if it does, there's a few links there. I don't care if you pursue or not, but it's there. I can't, when I'm 103 and saying, I told you guys 50 years ago, you gotta do this. I can say that I tried. Anyway, before I crash the car and, bye-bye.